What's up guys, D'Angelo back with another video, and today we talk failure. So you failed. Failed exams, failed to get the job, failed to save the day, what have you. It doesn't really matter what you failed because the only thing that you could think of is your life ending in shame. But hold up, before you dig that grave of yours, think of it like this. Everybody you know, your mom, your dad, your teacher, your favorite movie star, me, everybody you know has failed at some point in their life. And everyone has gone on to do something great despite that failure. Let me give you a personal example. Back in my high school days, I was an average student at an above average school in a below average city. Seriously, my grades were decent at best. And I wanted to go to a pretty good college after graduation. But I was in for a nasty surprise. While all of my classmates were getting acceptance letters to fancy university and wealth college, I was getting rejection letters for my rejection letters. Seriously, even my fallback school fell back when they saw me coming. It was kind of a tough time for me, and I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do next. So late in the college season, I applied with everything I had to this one school as a Hail Mary. It was a local university. And it turns out they were the only one out of all the 4-year colleges to accept me. And that's only because I took the initiative to get out there and make something happen. Before that, I always thought that, college was the next step, and you did okay in school, you went to an okay college, got an okay job, live an okay life, maybe a great life, but, it just kind of happened. So really quickly, I learned that that's not the case. I learned really quickly that good things happen to those who work their butt off and have a plan to achieve. Since then, I'm about to graduate that local university. I've got an okay job at a Fortune 500, and I'm about to start my own company. I've learned that the reason I got all this is because I put in the work and I planned for it. Through my failure, I've achieved great things. And through your failure, you too can achieve great things if you work for it and you plan for it and you set yourself up for the future. Your failure doesn't have to be a weight dragging you down. Instead, let it be the trampoline that launches you to greatness. So when people first get hit with failure, their first instinct is to fight it. But what they may not know is that they're actually fighting the emotions that are associated with the failure, not the failure itself. So instead of fighting the inevitable, I'm gonna give you some tips to reframe the failure and set yourself up for success. So step 1 is damage control. You want to assess the situation and make sure that it doesn't get any worse. So say you missed a test. You might want to email that professor and see if there's anything you can do to make it up. So let's say you flubbed up an interview for a potential job. You might want to send the interviewer an email talking about what happened, thanking them for their time, and potentially setting a new meeting. While these things might seem simple in retrospect, during the heat of the fail, your mind's not working clearly, and things go out the window. So once you've done damage control, you're now ready to move on to step 2. And step 2 involves you taking a step back from the situation. When you're first failing, it's easy to get upset, it's easy to have your emotions run crazy and drive you to make bad decisions. What you want to do is take the emotions out of the situation. So go read a book, go play some video games, go outside, take a walk. Do whatever it is that you need to do to calm yourself down. And then once you calm down, you're ready for step 3. So step 3 is to critically assess the situation. You really want to figure out what caused you to fail. And this goes for both internal and external reasons. You might think that it's something that people did to you, but during this critical assessment period, you might find out that it's actually your fault. This process is really important because it allows you to figure out what went wrong. You can't make a plan to do better if you keep tripping over the same aspect. So once you figured out what went wrong, and you were critically honest with yourself, you're ready for step 4. And step 4 is to make that plan. You want to make a plan that addresses the problem that you figured out in step 3. You figured out the problem, you know what it is that you need to avoid, and step 4 is to just figure out a way to avoid it. It really is pretty simple. But here's a common pitfall that a lot of people fall into, and that's not asking for help when they need it. If you figure out during step 3 that you need help and you can't do it alone, ask for help. Just do it. Contrary to popular belief, people want to help you. They want to see you succeed. And even more so, they want to be the reason you succeed. It's a real ego thing, but people would love to be the reason you succeed, even if they don't know it or admit it. So once you reached out to anybody that you could use for help, or once you made your plan, you're on to step 5. And step 5 is to just get back out there and do it. You gotta keep trying, keep persevering, and eventually, with all the other steps under your belt, you'll succeed eventually. Failure looks scary because it is. But as long as you remember these 5 steps, it might not be as scary when you're going through it. Remember that on the other end of every fail is a success waiting to happen in the future. If you're able to contain the initial damage, calm your emotions, assess the problems, make a plan for the future, and keep at it, success will be yours eventually. I have no doubt about it. Hopefully this video was helpful for you, but that's all for this one. If you wanted to check out some of my other videos, I would encourage you to click one of the links up here. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. And if you really liked it, I would encourage you to subscribe as I post new content weekly. But that's all for this one. My name's D'Angelo, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Put out content. Keep trying, keep going at it. Do what Shia LaBeouf says, and just do it. So what if it's not perfect? Just put it out. Do it. Try it. Next time you're out in a public place, ask everybody for $1. Just at once. Just say, everybody give me $1.